when I was 21.
What is up, guys? Kooks46 here, bringing you a brand new MLB The Show 17 video. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different, something that I haven't done before, something that I kind of stay away from most of the time. I don't usually like to try and predict these things because I like kind of being surprised when they come out on the specific day. But today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying to predict some of the Player of the Month cards that I think we'll be seeing on Friday when they are released. Now, I did ask Ramon on Twitter if we are going to be getting a live stream similar to how we got them last time when they revealed the James Paxton Player of the Month card, and he said he doesn't know yet. They had a short week because of the Labor Day weekend, so they're not sure if they're going to put on the stream yet. I really hope they do. I really like those things. It's really cool to have the community kind of vote on a card they want to see in the ticket counter. But whether or not they do the stream, the cards will be coming out on Friday along with a roster update. So before we start predicting the August Player of the Month, let's go ahead and go back and check out some of the other Player of the Months to kind of get a basis of what we might be expecting depending on certain player types, how many players from each league, etc, etc. So if we go back all the way to the April monthly award flashbacks, obviously each set is going to have 7 cards. So let's start with how many National League, American League players we have. So in the April one with the Eric Thames as the collection reward, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 National League players and 3 American League players. We also have 5 hitters and 2 pitchers in this one. Next up, if we take a look at the May monthly awards, the one with the Carlos Correa Player Epic Reward, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 National League players and 2 American League players. If we take a look at the positions, you have 1, 2, 3 pitchers and 1, 2, 3, 4 hitters. So then if we move on to the June Player of the Month, obviously the one with Cody Bellinger, the 94 overall as the Player Epic Reward. This one has 5 American League players and 2 National League players. And this one also has 4 hitters and 3 pitchers. And then of course, last but not least, the July Player of the Month Epic is going for James Paxton, the 96 overall, the highest overall so far in the Player of the Month. We'll see if this next Player of the Month might have a little bit higher, maybe a 97 or 98. We shall see. But this one has 2 American League players and 5 National League players, and it has 4 hitters and 3 pitchers. So after looking at all of these sets, there really is no set number for each amount of hitters and pitchers or National League, American League guys. It's pretty much like they go based off of who had the best months. Obviously, they try to have at least 1 or 2 in there from each league and from different sides of the field, but most of the time, it's pretty much just rewarding the best players of the month. So now if we go ahead and we try to predict some of the players of the month for August, we're going to be looking at some stats. We're going to be looking at the guys who are most deserving. So let's go ahead and see if we can predict some of these guys. Now I'm going to just come out and say it. I do not think Giancarlo Stanton is going to be the Player Epic Reward, nor do I think he's going to be getting a Player of the Month card. Now let me explain why. Giancarlo Stanton already has 2 diamond cards in MLB The Show. He has the 90 overall live series as well as the 93 overall collection reward from the National League East. Both those cards are pretty similar. The 93 may be a little bit better, but the live series is pretty much the same as that card with just a few things taken down. And honestly, even if they added in like a 98 overall Giancarlo Stanton, it really wouldn't even be that much different than the 93. All they would really have to do is just boost its contact a little bit. But if we go back to a month like July, Jose Altuve probably had the best month of anybody in July. Not even probably, easily. But he already has a 99 overall card as his live series. There's no point in giving him another diamond. That's why they went with James Paxton. So going off that basis, I really don't think Giancarlo Stanton is going to be the diamond. I mean, maybe if the overall is up to like a 98 or a 99, I guess I could see it. But just off my personal feeling and just my own gut, I don't think that he is going to be the reward. But mark my words, if he does end up being the reward, you guys have every right to come back on this video, roast me in the comments, roast me in the stream that night. Let me know, just give it to me, because that means I totally predicted this wrong. The other guy that I do not believe is going to get a Player of the Month card, even though he had a great month, is Manny Machado. He already has his 92 overall live series, and then this past couple weeks they just added another Machado in, a 96 overall from the event. So I really don't think if he has a 92 and a 96, that's an even bigger gap than Giancarlo has. I really don't think that he will be the overall player of the month reward. And honestly, that makes this month really interesting for me, because Stanton was the NL player of the month and Machado was the AL player of the month, but I just don't see either of them getting another diamond card for the game. So now I'm going to start talking about some of the guys I think we will probably see get a player of the month card. Just a disclaimer, I'm not going to talk about ratings. I really have no idea how they make the ratings in this game, because certain positions like attributes from one side of the ball are weighted heavily more than others. So for a second baseman, better fielding and better speed is going to make their overall go up, even if they have kind of bad hitting, i.e. the Yohan Moncada from the Future Stars program. Chase Utley is at a 99, which I really don't think he's a 99 overall card. You get what I'm saying. Some positions are going to have defense and speed weighted more heavily, and I just don't really know how they go mathematically about making an overall, so I'm just going to focus on which players I think are going to get it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So the first guy I think we're definitely going to see get a player of the month card is Tim Beckham from the Baltimore Orioles. Taking a look at his stats in the month of August, right? 394 average, 50 hits and 127 at-bats. That is great right there. He also had 6 bombs with 19 RBIs. He did strike out 25 times, so I think that'll probably affect his vision, but he slugged over 600. He had an OPS over 1,000. And he's also a bronze in MLB The Show. This guy is a prime player of the month candidate for tips and all the dudes over there on the content team of San Diego Studios to really pick out. This is the type of guy that they really like. Tim Beckham, he's a bronze in the game. He had an absolute great month. He'll either be a high gold or a diamond. I do think that. So Tim Beckham, I think, is almost a lock for getting a player of the month card. Another guy that I think is going to be almost a sure lock for a player of the month card is going to be Rhys Hoskins from the Philadelphia Phillies. This dude is absolutely making waves in the MLB right now. He's one of the up and coming dudes. Honestly, if they would have waited like 2 weeks for a Future Stars reveal, I think he would have definitely been in the Future Stars. If it was me, I would probably have him as a Future Stars guy instead of a player of the month, because also Joey Gallo had a pretty good month in terms of home runs. He had, I think, like 11 home runs and 22 RBIs in August, but he just got that Future Stars card, so I don't think that he'll be getting one. But I think Rhys Hoskins, because it's a little bit late from the Future Stars, I think he'll probably get a player of the month card. This is another guy that's just absolutely perfect for San Diego Studios to target for this update, because he is a common in MLB The Show. He's a 63 overall, dude. He's got like 50 contact, 50 power. Like, he's just not a good card to use in MLB The Show. But if we look at his numbers from August, 11 home runs, 25 RBIs, 304 average. He had 24 hits this month. His OPS was over 1,000. His slugging was over 700. This dude absolutely killed it, so I think he will probably be a gold. I don't know if they're going to send him all the way to a diamond, but they kind of like doing those streaky things where it's like sets the most home runs for a rookie this month, blah, 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 blah. I think he set some sort of record where he hit the most home runs consecutive for a rookie in terms of games. I could be wrong about that, but as far as my Bleacher Report updates, I'm pretty sure that was something. So I definitely think Rhys Hoskins is going to get a card in MLB The Show for the player of the month. Another guy I'm going to talk about is Byron Buxton from the Minnesota Twins. This dude is performing really well right now. He hit 324 in the month of August with 8 home runs, 22 RBIs, 34 hits this month. He also got 2 triples, 3 doubles. He's extremely fast, so you know he's going to be a speed threat. But he overall just had a really good month. And if we look at his card in MLB The Show, he's only a 78 overall. He's got really poor hitting numbers. He's got great speed, of course, with pretty good fielding numbers. But this is another prime player of the month upgrade choice, because he's not that usable in MLB The Show, but if they're going based off 1 month statistics, he could be a pretty good card from the player of the month category. I'm also going to name a couple more players, but I'm not really going to go into detail about their stats. I'm just going to kind of list them as honorable mentions, dudes that I think could also get player of the month cards, but I just don't want to spend too much time talking about them. I want to move on to the pitching side of things. I've got guys like Josh Bell from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Marcell Ozuna from the Marlins is another interesting pick because he is already a high gold, borderline diamond. I don't know about him, but kind of just on that honorable mention list. Howie Kendrick Kendrick also had a really good month. Like, he hit over 350, so, you know, he had a pretty good month for the Washington Nationals out there in left field. So there's a chance he could maybe sneak in there. He's got a gold card already with that flashback, but who knows? Another guy from the Twins, Jorge Polanco, I could see him possibly creeping up as an upgrade choice. And one more guy, I've got Mitch Moreland from the Boston Red Sox. Mitch Moreland, I'm pretty sure, has like the most pinch hit home runs this year. The dude has been an absolute bench beast for the Boston Red Sox. He's got 6 bombs, 18 RBIs this month, hitting over 340. So I could see Mitch Moreland also sneaking in there for a Player of the Month spot. But now we're going to go ahead and talk about a few pitchers that I think could also get a spot in this update. So this one is another tough one because I think the top performers have had, like, obviously incredible months, but there's such high rated cards already that it's really tough for me to actually give them a Player of the Month card. Corey Kluber, perfect example. He's got a 94 overall live series and I think a 96 or a 98 flashback from a collection. I can't remember which overall it is, but he had an amazing month. 5-1 with a 1.96 ERA, 54 strikeouts, a whip under 0.7. So he would be like a primetime Player of the Month, but the fact that he's already got 2 diamonds in the game, I just don't see him getting another. Another guy is Jake Arrieta. He had a 4-1 record with a 1.21 ERA, 37 strikeouts this month. He held hitters to just barely above a 200 average, is really good. But the fact is he got that 99 overall diamond from the event, so I just don't see him getting one. So a couple of the guys that I do think have a chance at getting one, honestly, Justin Verlander, 4-1, 2.36 ERA. He had held the hitters to an average of 1.74, had a whip underneath 0.8, 50 strikeouts in 42 innings. I could see Justin Verlander getting a Player of the Month card, but there is a chance that he could be getting a postseason card coming up in one of the new programs. So there is a stigma there that I just don't know if it's going to be him. So a different Player of the Month candidate, kind of more of an unknown dude, I've got Dylan Bundy from the Baltimore Orioles. He had a 4-0 record with an ERA exactly at 2, a very low ERA for 36 innings. That's really good. He also had a whip of 0.81 and held hitters to a 177 average in 36 innings pitched. 45 strikeouts, nothing to be ashamed of right there. That is a very, very good month. I could see Dylan Bundy getting a high overall gold. He is a silver in MLB The Show right now at an 80 overall, so there's plenty of room for an upgrade, plenty of room for improvement. So I think Dylan Bundy has a good shot at getting a Player of the Month card. I think another solid choice is Zach Davies from the Milwaukee Brewers. He had a 4-2 record with a 2.06 ERA. He struck out 23 batters in 39.1 innings pitched. His average was at about 229 to opposing hitters, and he had an ERA just above 1. Or I'm sorry, a whip just above 1. But I mean, he had a pretty solid month. He didn't give up a home run all month. No home runs given up in 6 starts. Like, that's pretty good. If you can hold the opposing team to no home runs, like even one of the best pitchers of the month, Corey Kluber, he allowed 6 bombs this month. Justin Verlander allowed 8. I think Zach Davies had a really, really good month, and I think he could honestly be getting a Player of the Month card because he's a 78 overall bronze in MLB The Show. Just like Dylan Bundy, there are plenty of room for his attributes to go up and just get a little bit better, and I can see him getting a Player of the Month card. So I think for the last spot, I've got kind of a tie almost. I don't know which guy I think. I'm going to go with a reliever for the last spot, but I've kind of got a toss-up between Corey Knebel from the Brewers and Alex Colomé from the Tampa Bay Rays. Corey Knebel had 13 saves in the month of August. Great. But he also did not give up an earned run in 15.1 innings pitched. He had a 173 average for the opposing hitters, a 0.91 whip, 21 strikeouts in 15 innings, completely perfect on his save opportunities. Absolutely fantastic month. And then if we look at Alex Colomé from the Tampa Bay Rays, 0.75 ERA, 10 for 10 on save opportunities. He had a whip of 0.5, an average of 125, 13 strikeouts in 12 innings, but he did give up 1 earned run and he gave up a walk. It's very, very tough. I'd probably have to give the edge to Corey from the Brewers, but Colomé had a fantastic month. I could see him honestly taking the spot of maybe Verlander that I had chosen earlier. So I don't know, man. It's a very, very good matchup there for those 2 relief spots, but I think either one of those guys could probably be the reliever that we see. Corey Knebel does have an 85 overall gold, so maybe they'll go with column A just because he's a bit of a bigger stretch from the silver, but I don't know. I think for an 85 overall gold, there's plenty of reason to give him a maybe higher gold or a low diamond or something, but I could see either one of those guys being in there. But those are my player of the month predictions for August in MLB The Show. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anybody that I missed? Feel free to disagree with anything that I said in the comments. I want to know some of your guys' thoughts as well. Just let me know all that stuff in the comments. Who do you think is going to get there? Who do you think should get snubbed? Should Stanton, should Machado get another diamond card for being the best players of the month? Let me know your thoughts. But guys, if you want to see more videos like this discussing specific topics in MLB The Show, discussing future updates and stuff like that, drop a thumbs up on it. Let me know that you guys enjoyed it. But other than that, that is going to do it, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.